Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? We're going to be looking at playing some dragons today. But not just dragons, there's mostly a creature we want to put to work here, and that's Gwenna. Now we have used Gwenna in a couple other builds, but want to put her to the test today and see how good she is at helping us cast dragons, and getting extra counters on herself to complete the beatdown package. So let's go take a look at what deck we have today to get that done. Right, as always, if you'd like to support the channel, check out the join button down below, or just check out the other links in the description. There's lots of ways you can do that. Also, if you want to support while also getting something for yourself, check out ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn at checkout and you'll save 5%. Okay, so getting into this list. Now, obviously boring, but we do need some removal spells to deal with problematic cards, so we're going to go with Fateful Absence here. We are going to be playing a lot of mana, so we're going to go with 4 Loam Speaker and 4 Reclusive Taxidermist. They do produce mana of any color, which does mean that between that and the 4 Fable of the Mirror Breaker, we could consider playing some things that are off color, possibly. Don't know if it's worth it, but it's something we can consider down the road. But for now, we're just going to stay in the 3 colors that we're in. And we are going to play 3 copies of Gwenna. Not going to play 4 because Gwenna is legendary and unfortunately doesn't really get a benefit from having an extra one. But this is actually pretty nice. Whenever you tap her, you can produce 2 mana of any color to play creatures, which could lead us to playing multiple creatures in a turn, because if you play something that has power 5 or greater, she does actually untap and you can use her again, or just attack with her with an extra counter on her, which is pretty sweet. We're going to play 2 Wandering Emperor because it's not exciting, but it's Wandering Emperor and still removes stuff. We have 2 Atsushi, which what I like about some of the dragons we're going to play today is something like Atsushi is whenever it dies, does allow us to get more value out of it. So if opponent does have some, I don't know, go for the throats or whatever, this could allow us to do quite a bit and still get something for our creature dying, which is super nice. So we're going to play 2 Atsushi, being able to get either cards or treasure, and sometimes even getting treasure is going to be pretty big for us. We're going to play 2 Moonveil Regents, one because it's a way to draw cards, but also some incremental damage that could matter. And it's very easy to cast with just red, and the casting cost 1 red, 3 colorless for 4/4. Pretty nice. We're going to roll with it. Then we got 2 Owl, the Dawn Sky, and this is actually pretty cool because we can cast it fairly easily in this deck. And of course, there's going to be times we might even choose to just put 2+1/+1 counters on everything and go for it. We'll see. But more often than not, I assume we're going to be just searching to get cards into play. Then we're going to try 1 Kura the Boundless. Again, we're kind of, well, I was going to say doubling down, but sort of tripling down, is playing our 3rd dragon, our legendary dragon that actually when it dies gets us something. And again here, it can either get us lands or get us another big body, depending on where we're at in the game. So, could be good. We'll see. I don't think I've played Kura in any list, maybe 1, and I don't even think it made the final cut. So we'll see how it works out here. We're going to play a couple copies of Rith, Liberated Primeval. This card's just solid. It's a 5/5 for 5, flying, ward 2, all your other dragons get ward 2. And the other cool part is, if you attacked and you dealt excess damage to your opponent's stuff, whether that's a creature or a planeswalker, then you get an extra dragon. So it means if you go attack a Wandering Emperor they have sitting there, that at 1, you dealt excess damage, you will get a 4/4 dragon. Or if they chump block with something, you get a dragon, right? So this is actually pretty cool. I really like this card a lot. Then we're going to play 3 Storm the Festival, because we have so many awesome things we could hit at 4 and 5 mana. Why would we not want to do this? And since we already have all this extra mana, we could ramp up and probably even play Storm the Festival with flashbacks. So we're going to see if that works. And because we have the mana, and particularly Gwenna, why not play Titan of Industry? So we're going to play a couple of these. Now we can't get the Titan with the Storm the Festival, but that's okay. We know that's a possibility. But we're going to go ahead and play it because it's still good enough. It's a way to remove artifacts and enchantments. It gets us extra bodies. It's a big trampler. It checks a lot of boxes. And again, because we're playing so much mana, why not play it? And then we're going to play 1 Shivan Devastator. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm not opposed to having it in the deck because we do get a lot of mana, right? Just being able to top deck this and hit for 6 or 7 or maybe even more is probably going to be fine. Then we're going with 1 Igandro, 1 Plains, 2 Mountains, 1 Sekinzan, 1 Beseiju, 2 Forests, 4 Carplusion Forests, 3 Rockfall Vale, 4 Battlefield Forge, 2 Brushland, 1 Overgrown Farmland, 4 Jetmir's Garden. I would say this though for the mana, we may have too many pain lands. I feel like I could possibly cut like a Carplusion Forest for another Rockfall Vale, because all of our stuff is 2. Really where it starts, we don't have anything we need on 1, at least not currently. We may see by the end of the video that may change. And we are a little heavy on lands at 26. Maybe we could get a bay with 25. Again, because we have Speakers, Taxidermist, Fable, Gwenna. Don't know. So the things we're going to look for is, do we have enough removal or do we need more? Do we want to play something else other than maybe Devastator? Can we cut a land? And honestly, are the dragons good enough? Or do we need to find another creature to spend all this extra mana on? So let's go play some games, hopefully beat people down with dragons, and I'll catch up with you on the back end of the video, and we'll talk about possible updates and what we're going to do about this. Alright, let's keep it. We can work with this, right? Boo to mono black. Be something else, opponent. Come on. Alright, cool. We get an interesting game here. Sometimes just hoping for a little entertainment. That's all. Alright. They attack. We take it. Let's see what else they're going to play. Oh, the answer is nothing. Alright, cool. Alright, not sure. Let's try this. Probably doesn't resolve since they didn't want to protect their Deuter. Yep, that makes sense. Need a white land so we can get these other cards down. That would be nice. Oh, they're digging here, though. That could be a little bit of a window of an opening for us. We'll see. Oh, looks like not. Much as I'd want to play Gwenna here, at least we do this, and it dies. We get treasure, assuming it doesn't get exiled. And with 7 mana, we'd be able to play Gwenna. And, oh. This is a thing. Alright, let's go with this. Because if their plan is to Wandering Emperor, they wouldn't be able to do that and this. Though they could counter Rith and then Wandering Emperor at Sushi. So there's that. Alright. Or does Rith just eat it here? That's always possible. And we have... Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Alright. Is this land farewell? What are we doing? Looks like it might be. Nope, it's a Wandering Emperor. Cool, you get to eat an Atsushi.
I hope you're ready to lose.
Sounds great. We can live with that.
You're done.
Oh, land short from doing what we want to do. That's unfortunate. Alright. Don't have the white land. I think I'm going to go for this and see if maybe, if it lives, we can do some of our other stuff here. Alright, they're digging still. Alright, Faithful Mending, digging further. Alright, in this case, I think we are probably... Well, we still need white mana, or we can't play the Wandering Emperor. So that's a little tough. Well, I guess we got to back up one of those. That's fine, I guess. Let's cast this. And then we get to untap Gwenna. And then we'll attack. Opponent goes to 14. Man, missing a white land has been so tough here. Okay, it's Depopulate, which is not bad. That's the better of the options for sure. We will go look at our top 7, see if we can find something. I guess we'll go with a Fable. That's all we can cast, because it's up to 4 total. Well, I mean, we could do both of these, actually. But is that any better? Nah, let's go with Fable. And then if they want to spend mana to kill the token now, that's fine. Nope, they're going to go dig. Man, they've gained so much life this game. Alright. We'll discard this. And probably that's it. Alright, well, that doesn't help too much. I'm going to go ahead and do this first. I don't think it's going to affect much, but we can at least check it out. Let's go with this here, and I guess another Fable? I mean, if they have another sweeper, they have another sweeper. Because this would be the spot where you'd want to drop a farewell if you have it. Currently they don't. Doesn't mean they can't find one. Alright. We're going to have access to a lot of mana here, but the opponent could also have all types of other things going on. Let's see. If we attack, that's going to give us 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana if we have this untapped. 9 is the same as 10 here, so I'm going to go ahead and discard that. That didn't really matter. Could be Wandering Emperor. Do we care? Not really. Alright. In we go. Yep, you got it, friend.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it. This is what you get.
Alright, opponent goes to 13. We'll try to cast this. I guess technically it does matter on the Wandering Emperor because being a mana short here from like Make Disappear does make a difference. So I shouldn't undersell that, really. Alright, they want to depopulate. Sounds good. We'll go hunting. We'll play Moonveil Regents. They're going to make a 2/2.
Try not to miss me.
They're going to pass. Try to play a Wandering Emperor. Probably gets negated. Either way, I am going to take the action. I was hoping to draw something a little better, but a 4/4 doesn't hurt.
I'm not overconfident.
We'll go ahead and make a body.
You're just underwhelming. May your blade strike true.
Ooh, another Storm the Festival. Okay. I don't hate that.
Show them
We'll
how
try to
we
attack
treat our
again.
enemies.
Probably into another Wandering Emperor. Alright, they're blocking one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not quite enough mana to go crazy. I'm going to play this, and then if the board gets swept or something, we'll try to play the Storm the Festival. We'll decline. We'll just have more options. Because this is already beyond lethal, right? We can copy any of the 4/4s and get in for lethal here. Now, admittedly, they can find another sweeper and whatever. Oh, I saw a Teferi sneak off to the yard there. So this really is just a straight-up control deck. Yep, they're digging. Yep, those counters aren't doing anything here. All right, we got there. Nice. All right, we'll keep this. See what we can do with it. Probably not much with 2 taxidermists. All right, well, we're at 18. I imagine we're going to be probably at 16 next turn. Fortunately, we got some non-damage lands here. If we could get to this, we wouldn't be in bad shape, because if it died, then we replace it with another body, but that's going to be a pretty tall order, I imagine. Even more so against this particular deck. So yeah, we're probably not going to do well here. Now, we do have a Fateful Absence to remove that down the road, but I imagine this is going to eat a Lightning Strike, and we're going to take 2 here. Oh, there's a Squee. That's way worse. Gee, thanks. I guess we'll block a token so we can at least kill that. Any chance we can get a big dragon? No, is the answer. Oh, this is tough. I don't know what burn spells I have, but I would like to kill a Squee, but I don't think we're going to get to. So, I guess we're going to try to ensure that, I mean, as much as we can ensure that we're going to get to play that dragon next turn, and just go with this. Pretty sure, though, this is going to leave. Okay, they got a land. It wasn't a spell. Not to say they don't have multiple burn spells in hand, because we're probably about to see them. Phoenix Chick and not a Phoenix Chick. Or I mean, not a burn spell. I'm pretty sure they do have one. They're just waiting for us to block and then commit the difference. So I'm just going to go here. Take 2, 3, 4. What's probably going to be 5. Call it good. Okay. So our block didn't matter that much. They wanted to get rid of the bigger defense, which makes a lot of sense. Oh, they can kill our creatures anyway. Look at that. So yeah, we were already in bad shape. How do we get out of this? Alright, so I think our plan is play this. We pass. If they don't get a burn spell, which they might. I mean, their deck's a bunch of burn spells, obviously. I think we just try to double block Squee. Probably ends poorly for us. But I don't think we win any other way. Alright. We shoot this. Did this work? They're going to draw. Alright. We're at 7. We're not out of the woods yet, but that's a big step in the right direction. And they do have cards to bring Squee back, so that's a bit annoying, but here we go. Still only have 3 creatures in the graveyard, so we can't turn our Deuter into a 4/4 yet. And we are only at 7. However, if Kura dies, we end up with a 5/5, which isn't bad. Oh, double Phoenix Chick. How gross. Alright, so we're going to take 3 either way. Alright, let's block here. Let's block here. Go to 4. Whoa, this is going to be tight. This is going to be a real tough finish. Yeah, I can't afford to take a point of damage. I think we got to do this. Pass. Hope we don't die. Swift Spear probably leads to us dying. And Festivities. Yeah, we're dead. Ah, that sucks. I mean, we block. I guess we're not... Yeah, we have to block. Well, Phoenix Chick's going to come back anyway, because they have plenty of mana. So we have to find a way to gain life next turn, right? Is basically it. And I don't think we have any. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. We got to ditch both of these. Oh, actually, crap. We might need the red mana. Well, we can't block the other flyer anyway. So it's irrelevant. We can tap the Taxidermist. Actually, we need to find a dragon. That's what we need to do here. Actually, crap. If it's... Oh, no. If it's Rith, we won't have a non-damage... Alright, we either need Rith and a white or red land. Or... Yeah. Oh, this sucks. Alright, hopefully we find a dragon. And this is just to stay alive, not even to win. Oh, we can't cast that without taking a point. Oh, we can cast that. Alright, cool. This and this? Man, a Titan. It was on top. We were too far away, though. Alright, we pass. I mean, we're dead to every burn spell, though. The only way we're alive, or even if they have a haste creature, we die. Like, this whole thing's bad. The only way we don't die is if that's something that doesn't have haste and it's not burn damage, which is, like, the majority of their deck. I mean, maybe it's one of those spells that... Oh, it's just a land. Okay. We're still playing Magic for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, boy, this is close. Boys, this is so close. Man, I don't have enough to cast this again. And even then, I was looking for a Wandering Emperor. I had to exile my own dang thing if I could. Alright. Attack with this. Can't even really attack. Well, I guess we do, because if you get something... Yeah, if it's another... Well, Phoenix Chick does have haste. That would suck if they got a third Phoenix Chick. That'd be an awful way to die, wouldn't it? That sucks. Alright. We have lethal next turn, though. Reckless... Okay, we're dead. They found 2 lands off the Reckless Impulse! We just won! Oh, how sick. That's such a crazy way to win. And we got a Titan for backup. Oh, my goodness. This is so gross. Oh, well, we could just... Oh, I could have copied the Moonbell Regent. Gosh dang it. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's still 15 anyway, right? 6, 5, 4. Yeah, all right. Cool. Wow. 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 Oh, that's such a crazy game. Oh, man. All right, we'll keep. This is going to be a slow hand, though. Not good against the counter deck. Maybe this is just a mid-range... Oh, no. They're just playing blue and white lands. This is not going to go well. I'm going to... You know what? I'm just going to play this as a 1-1. We're going to get no better value out of this. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll spend a removal card or something on it. I doubt it. Alright, sure. So, that was weird. Like, they just played that to block our dragon? Not 100% sure what really just happened there. I'm assuming they just kept a slow hand that's got, like, brutal Cathars and stuff here, which is what we're about to see. At least I would think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we can find another creature to cast. We play Rith, untap Gwenna, use that mana for something else. That would be nice. This is going to get annoying, isn't it? Though we can block with value dragons later, so that's cool, I guess. Alright. We did find another creature we could play. So that's a thing. And then that opens up the possibility of double dragon next turn. Sky Strike Officer, that's not what we wanted to see. Gosh dang it. Okay. Alright, we just take 6. Since they didn't put the counters on the Sky Strike Officer, if we attack and they block with it, I don't think they're going to block, though. This is actually interesting, because if we keep this, we can make chump blockers for these big bodies. Maybe I don't want to do that. Let's see what the opponent does here first. I'm going to attack with this. I'm assuming nothing. Would be nice, but yeah, I didn't think they were going to. Okay. So now we have decisions to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We can do both of these. Probably best to just expend our hand if we're going to do that. Hopefully, they do not have the proper counters. So we start here. I guess because we didn't tap Gwenna first, we couldn't use the mana to pay for the difference, which is unfortunate, but I get it. The plus side, though, is did get to hold on to Iganjo. Don't know if it's going to matter, but yeah, it's a thing. And the opponent is only at 13, so, I mean, there are some ways we could produce enough damage attacking with flyers that may... Oh, there's a Harbin. Never mind. Harbin actually adds another problem here, because if we were to block and kill something, they get 2 tokens, and then they would be able to have a big lethal attack, and that's pretty gross. And we don't like that. So we're probably looking for Atsushi into, I would guess, a Wandering Emperor. That's probably our only out. But yeah, our draw didn't do a whole lot. We did get a Wandering Emperor, so that partially solves a problem. But we are also now only at 4. Well, we'd be at 6, I guess. So that's a thing. And we do have access to this. So we could do this, still have 3 mana open. But they could put 2 counters on Harbin, and we would still be able to kill it. Block everything on the ground. Wow, this is tough. Alright, let's put the opponent to 8, I'm assuming. They would get to draw a card with the Sky Strike Officer, though, which kind of sucks. I think we just use this now. Exile this. Obviously, they'll draw a card. Hopefully, it's not a thing that puts tokens into play. Alright. So we bought ourselves a turn. We still have access to the Eiganjo that they don't know about. They're putting counters on everything. Oh, that actually makes it a 5. Yeah. We can't kill it now. Alright. GG's. That was my mistake. I wasn't paying attention to their lands. Alright, I guess we'll keep. We get to go first, but with no fast mana duders. So this is a little bit tough. Maybe we'll draw one off the top. Get a little lucky here. That's what we'd love to have happen. We got a mana duder, but it was the wrong one. Alright, they said the human. Let's start here, I guess. Okay, that's not so bad. Though a Brutal Cathar can get rid of our token. Who does happen to be a human. But if not, I mean, we get to attack, make a treasure. We'll see where this ends up. Lagrella, where you get to add also works. Get to exile a dude. That's acceptable. What do we do with this mana? Man, this is gross. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna get rid of Storm the Festival. Okay, fair enough. Didn't find a land I was kind of hoping for there. And even then, we still have to find another mana here to be able to play the Titan. So this is kind of an ugly situation. Sand really didn't come together the way we needed it to. Rabbix, sure. Our plan will be to exile something with Wandering Emperor anyway. So that's fine, all things considered. Let's use Gwenna to play... because we won't be attacking with Gwenna anyway. And then we can use other stuff to play Wandering Emperor. Assuming it doesn't get countered, because there's a good chance there's like Urtai or something hiding out over there. Or maybe they don't do anything. Boo! That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Alright, you got it. I mean, we don't have a choice. This is going to get ugly fast.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
Not even a Fateful Absence to help us out. Tough. Alright, well here, we can do this. We get to untap Gwenna. Can play the... Alright, this is not bad. We have some options here. Let's make a Rhino. Let's put a shield counter on our Titan. Let's go ahead and play this. We'll put a +1 on the Rhino. So we can at least contemplate attacking if we want to. Just trying to think about how this goes. They block with something, probably... Well, let's just do that anyway. Now, I could attack here with the Titan as well and make another 4/4, which might be the best plan. I was thinking about saving to block and then, yeah, but let's just do this. It doesn't make sense to do anything else. Let's just make another 4/4. We'll gain 5 life. Actually, nope, we can put another shield counter, actually. On this, in case it matters. Alright. Opponent goes to 12. So now we definitely have a lethal setup, unless they do something ridiculous here. Jodah, that's not quite ridiculous enough. None of those trample or anything. We can definitely come through for some damage. Alright. Block Titan, block Titan, block 5, take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, that's not quite enough. Not quite enough. That makes us sad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What can we do here? They have 5 mana too. All right. Well, actually, we could turn a land into a thing. Hold on a second. Block Titan, block a 5/5, right? And then we can turn this into a 5, and then that's 8. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's game. All right. Almost missed that. We'll copy Titan.
Got new moves to teach you.
Get a 4/4. Put a shield counter on whoever. Gwenna, I guess you're the next best thing. We will turn a land into a 3/3. See if my math is wrong here or not. It might be. And then we attack. I think we have one more than we need. Yep, I assume that was the case. Yep. Nope, we have exactly enough. Oh no, it was one more than we need. Okay, I was right. Whoa, tough one to get out of. Okay, let's keep it. Let's see what we can do. I mean, the reality... Well, I guess we at least have Fable if our Loam Speaker dies. So that's not the worst thing. However, when opponents play that type of land, it usually means we're up against some red-white reanimator type thing, right? They're going to dump stuff in the yard and get stuff back. But we'll see. Yep, still doesn't change my opinion just yet. This is just making sure they get the mana they need. Unfortunately, I don't have anything for 4 mana. I just have an abundance of Fables. So we're just going to attack. Since they don't have a good block. But they are blocking. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is some type of control deck and they're just trying to maintain their life totals. Yeah, fair. We're going to get rid of this. And probably this. Since I don't need all those Fables. Wow, no lands. That's very disappointing. And now I'm thinking I might need that other Fable after all. This did not go according to plan even a little bit. But we'll see what goes on here. Their Fable, okay. Fair. Wow, deck, you're not even trying anymore. Like, this is pitiful. Alright, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to use our treasure this turn most likely. Let's get rid of this. Let's probably keep the other 2. Because I feel like we can get to 5 if we desperately need it. So, sure. Or not. This is not good. Not good. Wow, what do we do? What do we do? I guess we attack. I mean, there's not much else for us to do. Okay, they're just going to let it through. They're not really stopping it. Okay, that was a little bit unexpected. Don't know if this means there's just another Brotherhood's End or what's going to be happening here. Would have liked to have gotten one of these into play, though. If that land would have been untapped, I would have much rather had that. So if there's a board sweeper, we'd be all set up. Because right now, if we don't top deck an untapped land, this is going to be kind of gross. But it looks like they're digging for something as well. I'm not going to block. If you have a burn down the house, then I guess you have a burn down the house. I mean, this, like I said, this is where like I would have liked to have had one of these, knowing what could happen, but is what it is. They may also want to wait till we flip our Fable, and then they could get everything in one go. Spirited Companion, that's somewhat of a good sign for us. Oh, or are they going to try to Wandering Emperor us? Because that would be real. Let's see what happens here. I'm just going to attack with... Actually, do I really care if I attack with Moonveil Regent? I kind of don't. I feel like it's got to be a Wandering Emperor, right? But if we just attack with this, they just Wandering Emperor make a 2/2. That's not any better for us. So I feel like we kind of just have to give up Moonveil Regent here. And I'm okay with that, knowing that we're going to play the Dawn Sky next. And we get a treasure, so that still leaves mana open to do reflection shenanigans if we feel we want to. Oh, it's just a Destroy Evil. Okay. Cool. I actually thought that was going to be something else. I don't think it drastically changes my turn or anything. But it is interesting. In the turn. Now, we do have a Fable for their reflection if it comes to that. They attack, we block. If everything dies, it dies. It is what it is. Cost of doing business. Yep, I am totally okay with that. We get something to replace it. Ooh, Moonveil Regent. We'll take that. Alright. Is it now Wandering Emperor time? You know what? Let's play this. Let's play this, and let's get a card first. I will get rid of Fateful Happens. If we die because of it, I'm willing to gamble. Alright. I mean, if you got it, you got it. I was going to say, it's got to be there sooner or later. Yeah.
I hope you're ready to lose.
But I'm glad we did what we did. We at least got a little something out of it first. Funny thing is, this is one of the few scenarios where it's actually kind of tempting to want to get the mana off of Kura, but I don't think we will. Spirited Companion, sure. Get a card.
Remember your training.
Try to attack the Wandering Emperor. Obviously they'll block. We'll shoot it so we can kill it. We'll get a 7/7, I guess it is. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Yeah. Yeah.
Keep
All right.
for intruders.
Ah, Platoon Dispenser. That's nice. I mean, I guess we try. They can trade off multiple things for it. I don't think they will, though. Too much value in what they're doing. Alright. Well, sadly, we're kind of stuck. We have all this mana, but nothing to do with it. We need some type of really gross big hit off of Storm the Festival. I don't know if we'll get there, because we've seen several of our big hits already in the yard. Titan doesn't even really help us here, though Titan would destroy a Platoon Dispenser, so that's something to think about.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Yep. Sounds good. Can we get an untapped land, please? That's a thing, I guess. Not sure how good or important it is, but it's a thing. We attack, we make them. We're gonna lose our Wandering Emperor anyway. So, whatever. Oh, that'll destroy evil. Well, never mind. Okay. Well, this is it. We need an untapped land to try to get this big Storm the Festival off. Or just draw another Storm the Festival would be great. I would accept that. But we kind of have to hit 2 dragons or it's all kind of worthless. Opponent drew well here, though. I mean, I can't really hate. They did everything they were supposed to. I'm the one slacking. Please be something good. Oh, all right. GG's. You got it, opponent. All right, let's go. Hopefully we find something to do with all this mana we're going to make. Or that they even live a couple of turns, because, you know, that's always a problem. But we did get some non-damage lands, which is kind of nice. And sadly, I think we're just going to roll out a Loam Speaker here. And hope that they don't have Lightning Strike. I mean, if they do, they do. You know, we got to deal with it. Alright, it's not a Lightning Strike, so that's good. Well, that makes blocking bad. We just take 4. No blocks. But we did get to keep our creature, which is pretty important here. So, we're not upset about that. Oh, I really would love to have a Gwenna down, but I think this is better. And then next turn, I guess we can try to double Taxidermist. That's not exciting, but could help. If we get a land, we could Gwenna and Taxidermist. That'd be even better. So if we deal damage to their things, it does nothing now. That's interesting. I mean, I block? If a spell would deal damage, to one, prevent that damage. If a spell would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent opponent controls, it deals that +1. So this dies, but we get to kill that. All right. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I'm willing to trade. Like, I don't understand. Like, that exchange was very strange to me. I don't know what just went down. Decline. And then no attacks. I'm going to read that again. Like, if a spell will deal damage to their stuff, it's prevented. If a spell would deal damage to an opponent... Or, yeah, like, it's not a creature. It's just spells. Yeah, alright. I guess we're just going to go big with Storm the Festival next turn. Hope it hits. Decline. We won't do it yet. Oh my gosh. Really? Oh, that's awful. Alright, I guess we Gwenna and we will draw a card now. My goodness. That was abysmal. We have all this mana and we just miss. I guess if we get an untapped land, though, we just go for another Storm the Festival. So why not? And if they do anything, they probably try to just kill Gwenna here, because that makes the most sense. So I think our other creatures are safe, unless it's like double whatever festivities deal damage thing. Which would be unfortunate, but if it is, it is. If it exists in such a way, then so be it. We'll block here. And I will block here. And I'm just thinking if they double Festival, they wipe our board out. That sucks. But I don't think we really have a choice, right? Okay. If you got it, you got it. Festivities, I mean. Looks like they don't. Okay, so it's not Gajo. That is totally reasonable. If that's what we're dealing with, great. That far exceeds what could have happened here. Alright, there we go. Oh, another Gwenna. Gosh dang it. Alright, we'll take Wandering Emperor. We'll take Sikinzen for non-damage lands. We'll get rid of this body here. No attacks. Man, we missed pretty rough on those. We effectively played Storm the Festival twice to end up with one Wandering Emperor. Like, that's how bad this situation was. Wandering Emperor's dead. Like, yeah, exactly. We weren't getting anything out of that anyway, so I'm not worried about it. Interesting to see the Virtuoso show up, though. I was not expecting that. And then we'll play this. And I will attack with Gwenna, I think. Because, like, at some point, we got to try to get this over with. Alright. I think finally we got enough mana and dragons that we could overcome this. Yeah, not sure what their plan is from here, though. Play with fire that. Sounds good. I definitely didn't need the mana at this point. Alright, that's probably going to wrap things up. We will tap you for green, green. We're just going to make a body, gain life. Not even worried about protecting that dude. We're going to turn a land into a 3/3. Yep, that's it. Alright, y'all. There's kind of an interesting thing here, right? We have 26 lands in the deck. And we also didn't really get to utilize Shivan Devastator that much. So, and Shivan Devastator is a bad hit on the Storm the Festival. So what I would consider doing here is playing 2 of something else over maybe a land and a Devastator. And it could even be something as simple as a Wedding Announcement could be a thing. Maybe it's another 4-cost dragon. Maybe we go with some other mana creature. But I think a couple of removal, or even some way to gain life, actually, could be pretty reasonable in the early stages against a couple of decks to help us out. But I'm probably leaning toward some removal of some type, even if it's another like fight spell or something like that. I think could be pretty good. But I think that's what I'm going to explore in the final version. But unfortunately, Shivan Devastator was not the card we were looking for. Everything else, though, was kind of nice, right? Gwenna did her thing. Rith actually produced some extra dragons, which was cool. Titan won a couple of games. Storm the Festival, except for that last one where we didn't hit, was pretty good. And we do have quality hits for that as well. So overall, not too upset with this one. It was a little weird and quirky, but, you know, it was fun. It did what it was supposed to. All right, so I do really like this type of deck. I think it's fun because we get to just play so much offense and really just ramp up and do some big things. And I think we play enough mana creatures and enough things at like 3 mana between like Fable and Gwenna and whatever that we weren't really too worried about even losing one early, which was pretty nice. I think a couple of the matchups, though, like I was saying a second ago, we probably need some amount of just a little bit of something else early. So I'm going to be looking for some other type of removal, maybe even some life gain spell, but like just a little wee bit of something to get us through those early phases to be able to get to that 4, 5, 6 mana point and start doing our really big things. But otherwise, I think it was pretty cool. If you have these cards from building previous decks, I think this is actually a pretty cool one. Outside of Kura, because you don't really play Kura in a lot of decks. It doesn't make sense for a lot of decks to play it. And even Rith to some extent, because it's mostly in a dragon deck, or if you're already playing Naya and just want something that flies, it's hard to kill. But outside of those 2 cards, most of the others are actually still playable in other things. We played Storm the Festival, obviously Titan, the Fable, obviously Wandering Emperor, the mana creatures. Those are all pretty good things to have for other decks. So if you are going to go ahead and spend some resources, it's not terrible to spend it on those and fill this deck out. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Dragon Lord Dramoka. Mostly because I was a little bit surprised to realize that this card was reprinted in Double Masters and still actually carries about a $6 or $7 price tag. So that's not crazy expensive, but it's also not super cheap for something that's recently reprinted. Which is pretty good though, because it means it does carry some value and it's not likely to be reprinted immediately again. So if you get it now, it's probably only going to go up over the next year or 2, and that's actually a good thing. The cool thing about this card though is that not only can the card itself not be countered, and it's a big 5/7 flying dragon, which is great, it actually makes it to where your opponents can't play stuff on your turn either, which means technically your other stuff is non-counterable. But even more important is it means that your opponents kind of have to do everything on their turn, which is super fun when you're doing something like Commander or whatever, because it keeps them off your butt to kind of do whatever you want. And 5/7's not too small and lets you block quite a few things. Now, if you enjoyed decks like today where you get to see very underplayed cards in action, check out this Golgari list where we try to play stick fingers and put it to work. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.